Hello everyone, welcome back to your weekly reading on my channel. Thank you for being here. Now, you're probably seeing something different, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because this is normally how I begin the reading, okay? Whatever cards come out when I'm clearing the energy, that sort of like sometimes gives me a very quick, immediate message. And what I'm seeing here, which now I'm seeing here, there's a Knight of Wands too as well, right under the Empress. There's an individual, okay, that has, I want to say, either been deceptive, borrowed some type of money or finance from you. And it's like now they're kind of looking at it like, what was it really worth it? Was it really worth me doing what I did? Because I feel like they do look at you as the Empress, right? Because the Empress can be all of the Queen energies, right? And it's kind of like they made a very, very small offer, but they're also kind of like either feeling like they're receiving karma or feeling like they're dealing with a situation because they're being called or being pushed towards this individual who is very, very abundant. But it's almost as if at one point when they was there, viewer, maybe you were there for this person, and they weren't so truthful about what it was going to be used for. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like a guilt trip that's happening right now. Now, you know, the angels, they're the end all be all. They came in with the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, meaning they're wanting to kind of like motivate an individual to work together with someone. So if someone has been deceptive, because then here we've got Nature Spirits 39 as well too popping in. And I feel like this individual might be called to, I don't know, maybe pay you back in the near future or do something generous for you in the near future, because they're really reflecting on this. They're really reflecting on whatever energy or deception this was, which wasn't really told to you per se, because in the split, let me tell you guys, in the split came out the guy from downstairs, which is, for those of you who don't know who I call the guy from downstairs, the devil, and along with him came out on the split the Empress. Look at this. So there's a lot of talking going on here right now for this week. Look, look, look. 5 of Cups, Justice. Who else is coming out? 8 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like someone's Death card. Someone is definitely going through something. They're feeling like they're dealing with karma. They're feeling like they've learned their lesson in a situation where they need to like balance something out for you. For me, it's feeling like an IOU. Like an IOU. Like, I owe you. I know I owe you, or I know I owe them, or I know I'm indebted to this company or this contract, and this is something I need to, 8 of Pentacles, work on. I need to work on my money because I have to pay back. Wow. Okay. Okay, you guys, I need to focus. I need to focus. That's all I'm hearing is I need to focus on doing right. Doing right. Okay, so they want to do right. That's good. They want to do right. This guy's in the bottom. They don't want the karma. They don't want the karma from you, from taking from you, or maybe you feeling like I'm being used. You used me. You didn't do what you were supposed to do, or something here. But we're gonna go right into it, you guys. Thank you so much for you guys being here. I truly appreciate every single one of you. So as you know, these are the decks we're going to be using. I'm going to keep presenting them to you guys because I know sometimes we find other people who might click on. They just might only click on just to know what decks are being used. So this is Sacred Symbols. This is Star Codes Astro. This is the Unknown Tarot. And this is the Angel Tarot. And we're going to jump right in because I'm feeling so much anxiety right now. Like, it's beyond real right now. Anxiety is through the roof. Magic and gratitude. 3 and 35, which is 8. I feel like this individual might also be seeing things where they're like, wow, you know, this person was really there for me. Okay, we got the 3 that we need. Let's see. In the bottom of the deck, I'm going to pull it. Air. Okay. So, we've got 2 elements here. We've got fire, 27, butterfly. Now, earlier, when I had those other cards here, we had the natural instincts, or nature's guides, I think it was called. Being in nature. And look, now you're getting message with some sort of butterfly, 33. Somebody's going to be receiving a message to change, divine feminine, to change and be more nurturing, compassionate. Could even be for an actual female that someone wants to change for. That would be nice. 06, it's going to be number 6. So it's like maybe needing to change the way they see a female, or the way a female sees another female. I know that is common. Some women would think other women are conceited and this and that. And in reality, we are just all the same, right? This is air, 28. So we've got, what was that? Fire and air here. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. 28 here is going to go to a 10. So this is full circle. This is completion. Okay. Let's go to the Astro Star Codes, Astro Star Codes, and let's see if any of those signs come up. Very interesting. There's definitely a message here that someone wants to make clear. Oh, we've got Aries. What is up with this? This has come out so far. This is the 3rd reading for the week. It's coming out. Somebody is experiencing something where either they need to feel like they just need to sustain themselves in a way. 44, again, sustainability, 6th house. How are you sustaining yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? How are you aligning yourself? How are you maintaining yourself? Are you clearing out your energetic field? Are you manifesting what you do want to manifest? You want to make sure you're not manifesting what you don't want. Air does symbolize thoughts and patterns that people have or tend to have. So if you're thinking negatively, you're only going to attract negative situations. Fire is to bring in, to attract to you. So with that being said, if you want to attract a more positive pattern or more positive way of being, maybe even a more positive life, change the pattern of thinking, change the way of thinking. Once you see you begin to think negative, change that immediately. Aries is here. Fire sign. Could be in your chart. Could be, this is, so this says act, but when I was just looking at the picture, it says very hard-headed. So maybe we're dealing with an individual who is extremely stubborn, extremely hard-headed, difficult time learning a lesson. Now I'm looking at the lightning bolts. That's reminding me of the Tower. Maybe this is an individual who's always having issues, who's always dealing with Tower moments. Wow. Now, bottom of the deck, Libra, air sign. Let's see who else came out here. Midheaven, Pentacle, North Node, Future, Gemini, cross-pollinate, Pisces, sensitize. Okay, so 2 air signs, 1 water sign, and a fire sign. With, this is so funny. This came out in the first reading. So, North Node here, future. There's some form of future path, something in the future that is aligned. But check this out. This pattern right here, to me, is identical to this pattern right here. And that is like an entryway to the castle. So it's almost as if maybe someone is hoping in the near future they can receive entrance to your private domain, maybe your private life. Who knows, even literally actually be able to walk through your front door, because they feel like this is an abundant scenario. This is an abundant environment. And I am relating it to when the Empress came out earlier. Where does the Empress live? In her castle. In her beautiful, abundant castle. This is clouds in the skies. This person probably has you, viewer, on a pedestal. And they're just hoping one day this can be possible. Wow. Now, Gemini with the cross-pollinate and Pisces being here. And they're 2 bees and 2 fish. Follow me when I say this to you. I think whoever this is knows you and them are 2 different individuals. This is land, air. This is water, okay? Emotions. This person is led more by their emotions than what they are by their way of thinking, okay? Somebody's a thinker and somebody's more of a, oh, but I don't feel that would be good. And majority of the time, sometimes when you go with your feelings, you're not really thinking, you're not really processing. You know, this here with Gemini is more of like, I'm gonna do this because this is going to lead to this. Like the bee doesn't go around thinking, I'm not going to eat and I'm just going to sit right here and whatever, get my little legs or paws, whatever you call them, okay, full of pollen, and I'm just not going to fly around. It's like this bee knows, and all bees know, they need to go from flower to flower to flower. It is an important task. Whereas, I'm not trying to downplay Pisces, okay? I'm reading this in a very, very different way, the way that it's coming in. Whereas, whoever this individual was who borrowed or you gave to without saying this is a loan, this individual is more led by their emotions, which at times can be very, very difficult to deal with. It can be very impulsive because you're going more by what you're feeling than what you need to think about. And that is why it's almost as if this person doesn't feel like they're your match. Now, I don't know why, but Libra is coming in at the bottom of the deck, and it says balance right under Libra. This is a balancing of the scales. This is a perfect equilibrium for some reason. There might be someone, or they might feel like I'm not a match, but maybe this person knows of someone else who is perfect. They just feel like they're not the match. They're not the balance. Wow. Guys, what is going on here? Okay. So, right now, I'm going to tell you something. Bottom of the deck here from my angels. Now, I just want to show you the bottom card because this is the Ace of Pentacles. But that is not what's drawing me. What's drawing me is the depiction. Like, when I seen this, what came in was the all-seeing eye. The see all. I see all. Okay? So, at least we know that whoever, I want to say, did what they did, okay, or you loaned whatever it was, they know that you are a very abundant individual. And they also know that you are worthy of, I need to give this back to that person. Because, oh, Six of Wands. Because I need a restart. They need a restart. Someone has not been seeing things properly. Ooh. I just got to tell you about this split right now. Mind you, you guys, I'm not reading. Like, I read how I'm supposed to, but I read what's coming in. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Do you see what's... There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. There's a messed up web. There's a messed up... I don't know what this is. I don't know what they tried to do here. But whatever it is, they finished it. But it's so... There's a lot. There's just a lot going on. And it's barely getting itself together because it barely has the colors. So this person is beginning their reset, right? They're beginning their reset. But it's like, I got to get up here. And I'm all the way down here. And it's really, really dark. I'm going to tell you something. If you can learn to say to yourself, everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. You cannot be upset if you do not understand that what you put out always comes back. And even though trying to be successful, trying to get things in order, it's like you can only get so far when you're doing it in a malicious way. So I don't know what that's about, but we're going to get right into this because I want to know. And I know you want to know. So let's see. And I think what I'm getting here is, are you serious? I think what I'm getting here is, this is the Five of Cups. Can't even move forward. And even with moving forward, there's so much sadness being brought forward. That's not the way you should do it. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. For this one, we're going to get 3 cards. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands. Because we need courage. We need to have courage. We need to experience courage. So now here is the Hierophant. Wow. The Hierophant came out in those other cards that I put back. Remember? Okay. So, I'm going to move these over. We've got to make space because we've got a whole extra card this time. Last week we didn't have that. And look what it is. It's the dead bird. It's the dead bird. It's death. Now, do not be scared of that though. I think I said that in the last reading, which is do not be scared of your darkest hour. Ace of Wands, have courage. Have courage. Have courage to move on. Sorry about that, guys. So, having courage. Courage is very important here. I think someone needs to admit certain things. I think someone needs to understand there's like no healing and there's just movement forward. Like Wheel of Fortune is like destiny, right? But this Wheel of Fortune is not coming to me as Miss Luck. This Wheel of Fortune is coming to me as like this person is trying to be brave despite the fact of everything that they've accumulated. There's like an accumulation here. It's like, I just heard that. This is the best I could do. Like, this is the best I could do. But I feel like the Hierophant coming in with the key, and there's a lightning bolt there, tower moments. We've got the 10 of Pentacles here. I'm seeing rainbow colors there. And then we've got the Death card here. I think whoever this is for, whoever we're talking about here, needs to experience a reset, but they keep experiencing resets. They keep wanting to, I think they want to do things the way society wants them to. And it's kind of like, but you don't really need to do that. Like, you can break free from that. You can. There's a lightning bolt. That's chaotic. Okay? The bird is still bringing you the key. Are you going to take it? Are you going to take it and get to where you need to get, which is the end of everything. The end of everything. Because the blessing is here. You're being given the blessing. This person is giving the blessing, whether this is you, viewer, or someone that you know. This person is being given the courage that they need to move forward. Now, let's see what's under. Ace of Wands. She's right here, Mother of Pentacle, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is showing them how to be courageous. The guy from downstairs, this is a goat with his feet on fire. Interesting. Very deceptive energy, though. And hard-headed. Yeah. So this is where I think from over here, Aries, the depiction, not saying Aries has that issue, but the depiction of stubborn, hard-headed, that might be what's holding them back. Then here's the Father of Pentacles. Wow. You can be this. Yeah, there's a holding back of a partnership or a relationship because they are a whole couple. But someone is being held back, 3 of Wands, from gaining momentum or gaining momentum with the 10 of Cups here. 8 of Swords. Wow. And the Tower. And we're going to stop right there. And then another, and now I'm going to stop. Another 10 of Wands. And look what's right under. 5 of Swords. So somebody is being deceptive. There's deception here. But I think this person is having either an epiphany moment or having a moment of realization. Like, I wasn't supposed to do what I did with what they gave me. And to me, it's coming across as finances. And this person is really in a justice card, in a learning lesson mode. Joy and justice. Somebody's feeling like while you're happy, they're experiencing karma. I don't know who that's for. So let's see here. What do we need to know about this? They didn't even, I'm going to put it right here as an extra. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. What do we need to know about this 5 of Cups, please? Why is the 5 of Cups here? 3 cards. That's crazy. Emperor in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in reverse. This individual, I know what's going on here. This individual, I want to say, and I'm hearing, hurt people, hurt people. That's so sad. So there's someone who is in a loss. They don't like the fact that they haven't been able to control things or have something under their control. And it's kind of like, but I was so hardworking and committed and I gave, or I'm trying to give, or I want to give. This person gave to me guarded. Because then there's another knight here, Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's like you gave to this person. You gave to this person, but they didn't give back, or they didn't communicate the way they were supposed to communicate because you gave. You gave to them. Wow. Okay. What do we need to know for the Wheel of Fortune? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Please and thank you. 3 cards. There we go. Empress. Justice and the 7 of Pentacles. That is why. Empress right on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. If this happened to you, viewer, you're not going to give to this person again. No. You're not going to give to this person again. You're not even going to allow this person to be around you. Something is very deceptive about this individual, though, because the 7 of Wands is really a protective energy, but it's also reminding me, Christina, this is also about fighting off competition. So be mindful. Be mindful. If this person is finding out who you're trying to talk to, or who you are talking to, and they're fending off the competition to keep them from coming towards you. But this is where the Justice card being here, it's kind of like you're not going to get your way. This is not meant to be for you. I don't know why that's coming in. That is really crazy. Okay, so let's move on to the Hierophant here. 3 cards. Eight of Cups. That moon is there again. Like, I'm watching you. I see what you're doing. You done left your emotions there, telling someone something, and now you're going to walk away. Unbelievable. I don't know why I said that. And one more. There goes that Knight. That Knight of Wands was right behind the Empress earlier. So now this is the Magician and the Knight of Wands. See, someone is very temporary. Someone is very, very temporary at the moment with you, or it could be someone that you know who's being temporary with someone else. And it's kind of like they're trying to find, I'm telling you, they're trying to find their way into the palace over there, 36, trying to figure it out. But this individual is not really, it's not really permanent. I can't take these because there are quite a few. So let's see, tell us, why is the 10 of Pentacles here? This is all surrounded by a lesson. There's a life lesson here. Ooh, you know it. Life lesson here. The fact that this popped out in reverse, right in front of the camera at that. Because normally I used to like to do the videos, place the cards, and, you know, but you guys get to see what happens. And I think it's better for you that way. However long the video is, oh well. If they can learn, that what you put out, you get back. Your thinking pattern is very important. Your intimate desires are very important, okay? The way that you treat others is very important. I feel like this person would be able to get away and stop being held back, and they would receive the courage for what they're trying to make happen forever, whatever that is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just being alone and being abundant and just getting away from someone that you really believe is toxic. Either way, there's abundance here. Whether you stay in a connection with someone or you don't, that is the whole purpose. That is what I've been seeing lately with this 10 of Pentacles, specifically this card. Whether you are in union or not, you're still abundant. All three of these individuals in this card are abundant, okay? It's all about the courage, and it's all about also admitting when you are wrong, right? Admitting what part you played in, okay? Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to admit I was wrong. But if you can see yourself in that point of, okay, I know I messed up. I did what I wasn't supposed to do. Listen, apologize to the person. If you don't feel like you got the BALLS to apologize to that person, then do it yourself in your mind. Because I guarantee you, if they're not apologizing to you, right, they're not even apologizing mentally. You got to get that right. If the words are not coming out, they're not even mentally speaking that. They're not even acknowledging it. It's a form of denial. And this is something that this individual really, really needs to put to rest. They need to kill it, because the challenge here is the change, to be different. For, she's right here again, a Queen of Pentacles. Someone who nurtures the pentacles, someone who is very abundant, someone who is very stable, happy, maybe even wanting to have a more solid foundation than what they already have. They're not going to get to this until they go through all this. You're not going to get to that until you go through all that. And for that, you're going to have to fight your demons. Not you, viewer, but they. They're going to have to fight their demons. They're going to have to figure out how they can get close to you again for enough time for an apology, for enough time to help you realize, okay, I didn't mean to do that to you. It's just given the circumstances. I was going through a lot. I was trying to figure out how to do for myself. And until then, there's going to be conflict and tension, because if you're not hearing the communication from this person, that person is going to think that you guys are fighting. And you, viewer, if this is happening to you, you're going to think this person is angry because they can't take advantage of me. And truth be told, they can't. You've got justice here. They can't take advantage of you because God sees all. Everything is always brought to the light. How fair is it that you live your life the way you need to live your life, and then someone comes along saying, oh, I've had such an issue. You know how conflicting that is for someone who does what they have to do on a daily, to hear someone complain about how difficult it is, but they're not doing nothing about it? It's very difficult. And I'm telling you, the Hierophant is here like, learn from your master. You might even be their master. You might even be the person who needs to help them learn what they need to learn. Let's go to the angels, because I know the angels is going to go in about this one. I don't know how many cards to get now. Here we go. They already started. Let me grab those two real quick. Let's see. Wow. Look, 8 of Wands in reverse. The Empress in the upright. Here he comes again. I seen all. I seen all that you try to do to my Empress. The Magician. We're going to grab 10 cards. And then I'll tell you what's coming in. King of Pentacles. Whew, the lesson. I do feel this is probably someone that you are supposed to be in union with them. And something's going on here. This is challenging. 3 of Pentacles. See, I'm going to put it like that in reverse so I remember it was challenging. Yeah, they're just not wanting to work on a situation. Knight of Swords. There we go again. 6 of Wands. They're having a challenge. 7 of Wands. I'm sorry. You see? The Moon. Gabriel then popped up. He popped up right in here. He said, nope, I'm going in there. 2 of Swords. 7 of Wands. It's challenge. It's a challenge. I'm going to put it like that so I remember that it's opposite. It's a challenge of what's going on here for this individual. This individual can't make a decision. Okay? They can't make a decision. They don't know what they need to do for you. I don't even know if they even know how to be in a relationship. They're not understanding whatever it is that they're doing or being deceptive or some type of lie here. It's like that needs to be put to an end, because until they don't do that, they're going to keep experiencing tower after tower after tower. 8 of Swords being there. It's an 8. Recreating conflicts and tensions and just not really knowing how to deal with it. Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry. They seen what they did. For those of you who do not believe in God, I apologize if you get offended with what I'm about to say, but I have to say it because it is coming right in. God sees all. Whether you vocalize it or not, your truest intent, your truest way of being, they know it. They know how you feel. They know what your real feelings are. They know what you're really saying in your mind. And if you're not paying attention to that, if you're not manifesting in a more appropriate way, you're going to keep being stuck in this. I can't make a decision. I can't even be successful towards the Empress. I can't even work with the Empress. I can't even collaborate with the Empress. I don't even have the energy to keep up with her, because this is the Three of Pentacles. Mental force. They don't even have the mental force or the mental capacity to keep up because of this, because of the way they live their life, the way they see things, the way they feel like it's okay for me to fib, or it's okay for me to lie. Then if that's the case, you just don't need to speak to this person anymore. Close that cycle out and move on, and let them sit there and continue being a mess in their own world, because that is not your world. See you next week.